Welcome to Enjoy English School.
欢迎来到 Enjoy 英语学院。
I'm Stevie.
And I'm Laurie.
Today and tomorrow, we're looking at our business English lesson, and we're looking at some conversations. Now, our topic today is asking for a raise at work. This is something students, any of you who work, will want to know how to ask for a raise.
Oh, of course. 这个呢，我们今天跟明天都要来看到我们商用英语的单元啊。那么文章的主题啊，对话的主题呢，非常的重要啊。这个只要是有打算上班的人呢，都应该要学起来。因为中文的标题叫做“主管您好，请帮我加薪”哦。所以这里呢，这不是恭喜发财哦，这个呢，
这个是拜托，
对，
求求你。
但是呢，很多相关的单字跟这个片语要怎么讲，我们在今天跟明天的这个 conversation 里面，我们就一起来看看吧。
Okay, looking at dialogue A. First of all, we have Martha and Jonas. Okay, so Martha is talking to her friend Jonas about her job.
所以呢，一开始我们来看到我们的这个对话的这个情境的设定呢，是 Martha 呢，她正在跟她的朋友 Jonas 呢，两个在讨论关于她的工作的事情。
Okay, so Jonas says, "Hey Martha, did you put in your request for a raise?" Okay, did you put in your request for a raise? Okay, to put in a request for something, anytime you work in a company or work for the government, and you need to ask for something, usually you have to fill out a bunch of paperwork, and so you put in a request for something. A request is when you're asking for something. So, did you put in your request for a raise? This is how we say getting more money on your paycheck. Oh, I really need a raise. I don't make enough money. So, you might have to put in a request for a raise.
所以我们来看到一开始的时候 Jonas 他首先就问 Martha， 他就说了，这个 Martha did you 你呢有没有 put in 这里的话呢，这个片语是我们的动词的片语，你有没有提出your request 是你的要求。那么 request 要求什么呢？后面的 for 告诉我们 a raise 那么注意在中文里头呢，我们讲说要求加薪，它听起来很像是一个动词，是一个动作。可是在英文里头呢，它有好几种用法 raise 这个字，它可以当动词，它也可以当名词。那在这里是我们最常见的一种，你前面加一个 a， 然后把它当成一个名词，它其实就是加薪的意思。
Yeah. And we always use it like that. A raise.
A raise.
Never the raise. It's always a raise. Okay? And it comes from a raise in salary.
那么 salary 的话，大家都知道是薪水、薪资的意思。所以呢，你在你的这个薪资里头有一个提升，那当然就是指加薪的意思。
Yeah. So Martha says, "Yes, I gave the boss a letter last Friday before I left the office." So she didn't just ask for a raise. She put in a request. She wrote a letter. Said, "Boss, I really need more money. Please help me."
所以呢，这里呢，Martha 就回答他说：“是的我呢在这个上个礼拜五就在我离开办公室之前呢，我给了我的老板一封信。好，所以呢，这个信里头就是写出了他的 request，他的要求要加薪。
And Jonas, he's a good friend. He says, "Ooh, I hope you get it. I hope you get it. I hope you get what? I hope you get..." Now here, you asked for a raise. So now you could say, "Oh, I hope you get the raise."
That's right.
Yeah. Because the raise that we're talking about.
That's right.
He could say, "Oh, I hope you get a raise,"
也可以。
Yeah, but he says the because it's the raise that we're talking about. Ooh, I hope you get the raise. I hope you get it.
没错，所以呢，接下来呢 ，Jonas 他首先就回答我希望你可以得到它。那得到什么呢？那个 it 就是指那个加薪的意思，那个 a raise。那刚刚有提到说，这里的话呢，因为我们知道他们已经在谈论这一项加薪的事情，所以这一项加薪，我希望你能得到，你也可以后面 get。然后呢，接 the raise， 所以其实两个都可以的，在这个语义下面那所以其实得到那个加薪，那换言之就是我希望你可以加薪成功。
I think students can 应该认出 we've been working together for a long time. Because when I was saying that, your mouth was moving. When I said get the raise.
这叫同步。
Yeah, your mouth was also going.
That's right. 这个叫做基本的默契。
Yeah, because we've been working together a long time. Okay, so I hope you get it. You've been working really hard the past few months. So over the past few months, I can see that you have been working really hard.
所以呢，接下来呢，他就讲出为什么他希望他加薪可以成功的原因了。他说呢，你呀，一直呢工作的非常的努力。那记得这边看到 work， 当你是 really hard， 那个 hard 不是很硬它指的也不是困难，它指的是非常的辛苦的意思所以呢，你呢一直工作的很辛苦，怎样的时间段里头呢 ？The past few months， 在过去的 few 几个。months 月来过去的几个月来呢，你都一直工作的非常的辛苦，非常的努力的意思了
Yeah. Okay, so he says you've been working really hard the past few months, and now she says, yeah, I have. I've been working overtime a lot recently. So this doesn't mean always, but recently, and probably at least for the past few months.
That's right.
I've been working overtime a lot. She could also say, I have been working a lot of overtime recently.
两个都可以但是呢，它指的意思就是我这个最近一直加班加得很凶的意思这里的 working overtime 是加班 a lot， 那加班的很多，那当然就是加班的很凶。那这里注意到他用 I have been 这里再次的出现。其实这个对话里头我们会看到好几个都是这个 have been 后面加动词 ing，它表达是一个一直的一个状态，一个持续的一个状态，就可以这样子用。
Now she says, the company has also been asking me to take on more responsibility. Now, because she says, yes, over this past period of time where I have been working overtime, the company has also been, so they've also been doing something. They have also been asking me to take on more responsibility. When you take on more responsibility, this means that you agree and say, yes, I will be responsible for more things, or I'll do more.
对，所以呢，接下来呢，他讲到说还不止这样不止加班的凶，他说呢，公司the company 公司呢，这里又看到一个 has been 出来了他们也呢一直在要求我，叫 has been asking me，所以呢，这个一直就是用这种 has been 再加一个动词 ing 的用法，你可以常常试着用所以公司也一直的要求我，后面 to 来告诉我们要求我做什么呢 ？Take on 是指承担下来你去扛下你去担下更多的这个责任，所以公司呢不只让他加班凶，还要他承担更多。
Yep. And then Jonah says, on top of that, you've been there for over 3 years with the same pay. So notice he says something. Okay, on top of that, this means, even more than what you're saying. You've been there for over 3 years with the same pay. Now, this tells us something. You've been there Do Jonas and Martha work at the same company?
No.
No. How do we know that? If we worked at the same company together, he would say, you've been here. But because he says, you've been there at that company, that's what that means. You've been there for more than 3 years with the same pay. Your pay has not changed.
好，所以呢，接下来这一句讲到说了啊，这个此外啊，除了上述刚刚讲的那个事情之外，叫做 on top of that 啊，也等于 besides 啊，所以呢，此外啊，除了刚刚讲的这些之外呢，你呀已经在那儿，这边就是刚刚 Stevie 老师讲的，因为他们两个在不同的公司，所以呢，你在你的公司，你在那儿，他就不会讲 here。如果是讲 here， 就变成他们是同一家公司，才会说你在这儿啊，已经怎么样怎么样。所以你在那儿呢，啊，已经呢 ，for you have been there， 注意的那个动作已经在 been 出现了，你在那儿啊，所以呢后面就可以直接接这个时间了，已经超过3年，而且是 with the same pay， 而且领着同样的薪水。
How much of a raise did you ask for? How much of a raise? Okay, how much of a, this means how much money did you ask for? Okay, how much of a raise did you ask for?
所以呢，接下来他就问他，重点来了啊，那你呢，这个多少，你加薪呢是要求了加多少钱呢？就是这个意思。
Yeah. And she says, I asked the management, so this means the bosses.
That's right.
The management.
Bosses.
She could have said, I asked my boss. But she said, I asked the management to raise my salary by 2,000 NT dollars. So this is probably by 2,000 NT dollars per month.
That's right. 每个月啦。
Yeah.
好，所以呢，接下来他就回答了，他说我跟这个管理阶层提出来的啊，跟管理阶层所要求的啊，这里的 management 指的就是管理阶层啊，是这个 to 后面告诉我们是加我的薪水 raise my salary by NT 2,000， 那么呢加2000块钱，所以这里的 raise 啊，它是动词，就跟那个 a raise 的那个 noun 那个名词就不一样了啊，所以 raise 后面你可以直接接你的薪水，是可以这样用的。
Okay, we'll take a quick break right here, and we'll be right back with the rest of today's dialogue. Okay, so she says she just ended with, I asked the management for a 2,000 NT dollar per month raise. Okay, so now Jonas says, do you think they will give it to you? Do you think they will give you the raise that you're asking for?
所以呢，接下来 Jonas 他就继续问他了啊，他说你认为 they 指的当然就是那个 management 啊，那些管理阶层的人啊，那些老板们啊，会不会呢把这个给你？那个 give it to you 的那个 it 指的当然就是那个 raise 啊，就是那个加薪。所以换言之就是，你觉得管理阶层会同意帮你加薪吗
？And she says, I'm kind of doubtful. Okay, I'm kind of doubtful. Now, doubtful is an adjective.
That's right.
If she wanted to just use the verb, she could say, I doubt it. I doubt it. Okay, so
good.
You could say that, students. Oh, I doubt it. Not going to happen. I'm kind of doubtful. I don't think so.
I don't think so. 所以呢，大概就是这个表情
Yeah.
所以呢，他就回答说，我呢其实是有一点这个怀疑的啦，这样的一个意思。其实我蛮怀疑的，换言之就是我不这么认为可能他们并不会给我加薪，只是说这里的话呢，用 I am doubtful， 它是把它变成是一个这个形容词的用法，中间插入一个 kind of 那如果呢你要用动词就是这个怀疑这个动词的话，你可以像刚刚 Stevie 老师说的 I doubt it 也可以所以两个你都可以学起来。
Yeah. But then she explains why she's doubtful.
That's right.
She says the economy isn't looking great, and I suspect the company may be on a tight budget. So the economy isn't looking great. She could just say, the economy isn't great right now. But we kind of say that, oh, the economy isn't looking great. This means what I'm thinking, what I see for the future doesn't look so great. Okay? I don't think we're doing well. And I suspect, I have a little feeling, okay? I think the company may be on a tight budget. So I think the company doesn't have a lot of money to spend on things like giving me raises.
That's right.
Yeah.
所以呢，接下来他就回答这个为什么他刚刚会说我蛮怀疑公司会同意给我加薪的，他的原因有2个第一个他先说了，就是呢这个经济的这个情势the economy 看起来呢没有那么好就是 isn't looking great。所以呢接下来而且I suspect 这里呢其实等于是 I think 啦
Yeah, I think.
但是他那个 suspect 有一点点那个 guess 的那个意味在里面所以我猜想呢这个公司可能呢是这里的 maybe 不是合在一起，它是 may 可能，然后呢 be 是一个什么状态呢 on a tight budget 就是在一个预算相当吃紧的状况。
Yep. So Jonas says, I see. I understand. Have you thought about what you will do if your boss turns down the request? Now, in this case, you could say if your boss refuses. Refuse, R-E-F-U-S-E. But usually for something like that, we will say, oh, he turned me down. This doesn't mean it's nicer. 它是比较客气的话，
比较婉转。
Yeah, 比较婉转。You know, he could say, no.
That's right.
Oh, he refused me. He turned me down. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't give you more money right now. Okay?
Yeah.
Oh, he turned me down.
所以比较婉转的用法啦那么所以呢这里的话呢 Jonas 他首先就回答这个 Martha 说我懂了然后呢那他就继续再问了，他说那你有没有想过叫做 Have you thought about 你有没有想过那么呢你将会怎么做 What you will do 如果 if your boss 你的老板呢他 turns down your request 那么这时候呢拒绝就用在这里，然后后面直接接你拒绝的那个受词，就是那个你的要求那或者等于刚刚 Steve 老师说的用 refuse 拒绝这个就比较没有那么婉转的那个动词也可以。
Yeah. Also, I think I said turns down your request. The sentence says the request, but it just means yours.
都一样的意思。
Yeah, the request we're talking about. Okay, so now Martha says, well, I've been looking at jobs recently.
Job ads.
Job ads, thank you. I've been looking at job ads recently. So I've been looking at advertisements for jobs. Maybe in the old days in the newspaper, but now probably online.
对啊，
like
都是了。
104 or something like
For
that.
one.
Yeah,
等等。
something like that.
Yeah, OK. 所以呢，接下来呢，他就说这个嘛，我呢一直在，你看我们又出现了 have been 加一个动词 ing，我一直在看，最近一直在看一些工作的广告。
Yeah, so I've been doing this recently. I will probably start looking for something else. If he refuses me, if he turns me down, I will probably start looking for another job. I have been looking at job ads, but now I'll probably start looking for a new job.
没错，所以他接着说呢，我很可能 I will probably 可能呢start 开始呢 looking for 找一些 something else 别的东西所以什么叫别的东西？就是这个工作它以外的，那当然就是指别的工作了。
And so Jonas says, oh, maybe you could come and work at my company.
所以这时候 Jonas 就自己讲出了他觉得可能性他说也许呢你可以来，然后呢在我的公司上班呢。
Okay, we're going to stop right here. We have another dialogue tomorrow, and we're going to come back with a quick review right after this. Okay, students, I know that we have mentioned this before, but I still hear it a lot here in Taiwan. So I want to remind you that even though we write NT $2,000 or NT 多少多少 dollars, okay? When you say it, you always say 2,000 NT or 2,000 NT dollars, even though the NT is written in the front. You always say it with it at the back.
OK， 所以这个是我们Stevie 老师给大家的小小的补充哦，就是这个 NT 的位置在你说跟在你写这上面是不一样的。
Yeah. I don't know why, but just when you're saying it, always say the NT at the end. Yeah. All right. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Asking for a raise at work. Dialogue A. Martha is talking to her friend Jonas about her job.
Hey Martha, did you put in a request for a raise?
Yes, I gave the boss a letter last Friday before I left the office.
I hope you get it. You've been working really hard the past few months.
Yeah, I've been working overtime a lot recently. The company has also been asking me to take on more responsibility.
On top of that, you've been there for over 3 years with the same pay. How much of a raise did you ask for?
I asked the management to raise my salary by 2,000 NT dollars.
Do you think they will give it to you?
I'm kind of doubtful. The economy isn't looking great, and I suspect the company may be on a tight budget.
I see. Have you thought about what you will do if your boss turns down the request?
Well, I've been looking at job ads recently. I will probably start looking for something else.
Maybe you could come and work at my company.